So get comfortable, grab a prop, whether it's a yoga block. I would prefer it not be a bolster or a big, huge pillow. A more narrow, stiff pillow would be good. I really want to, multiple reasons we're going to use the yoga block today. A, finding different positions and watching the breath as our body might be in some kind of not the most comfortable position, because I really want to work on the T-spine today. That's the spot right in between our shoulder blades. Now, when we are constricted, either muscularly or with our bones and joints, it makes breathing harder sometimes. So finding ways that we can get the body more mobile and more flexible helps with our breathing. And so we're going to pay attention to the mid back today, right in between the shoulder blades. We are going to be stretching. We're going to stretch the neck and the shoulders and the low back and the hips. So no fear there. This is stretch and breathe. And if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and get started. It is time. Go ahead and meet me on your mat. We're going to take a nice, easy position, seated. You can be leaning up against the wall or a chair. I just want you to find a comfortable seat. Take a couple of movements to settle into that seat. Seated cat-cows might feel good. And then settle in. Really ground down, anchor into your mat, and let the arms completely relax onto the legs. Soften the shoulders, and then slowly take the gaze to the floor and close the eyes if that feels okay. We're going to bring the chin all the way down to the chest, stretching out the back of the neck, and then just really settle into this relaxed seated position. We're going to take a breathing sequence to get focused and ready for class. We're going to take a 5-count inhale, a 7-count exhale, and a 3-count pause at the bottom. We've done this before. Let's go ahead and take a breathing in through the nose for 5. We're going to exhale for 7, slowly and smoothly out of the mouth. And at the bottom, we're going to pause for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. And pause for 3. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. And pause for 3. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. Pausing for 3. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. Pausing for 3. One more time. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. Pause for 3. Find that natural breath. Keep the eyes closed. And let's just slowly reach the arms out in front, folding over that seat. You can arch the back, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Maybe lengthen out the arms and really reach across the room. Very good. Slowly round up. We're going to start with the neck by tilting the left ear over the left shoulder. Relax the shoulders. Maybe you let the forearms rest on top of the knees so you can really let the elbows and the shoulders fall. Tilting the head to the left. You can either hold the head to the left or you can move it around a little bit as the ear is over the left shoulder. A static stretch is great, and sometimes a dynamic stretch can get all the different muscle tissues a little bit of a stretch. Good, lift the head back to center, and we're going to drop the right ear over the right shoulder. Checking in that the shoulders are relaxed. And again, you can hold the stretch just by letting the head hang to the right. We can take a little bit of movement. Rocking the head back and forth. Now, when I say rocking the head back and forth, I mean pushing the chin forward and then pulling the chin back. You can feel a nice stretch along the base of the skull, all the way down to that shoulder. Lifting the head back to neutral. We're going to turn the chin over to the left. Once you get it turned to the left, you're going to slowly draw the chin down towards the shoulder. Again, stretching out through the right side of the neck and also a little bit in the back. Then we're going to slowly lift the chin up the left side. We're going to circle it through the center and over to the right to draw the chin over the right shoulder. Check in that the shoulders are soft and relaxed. And then slowly draw the chin down towards the shoulder. Good, lifting the chin up the right side through the center. And reach the chin up towards the ceiling. Like you're trying to push the chin forward like you could touch the sky. Good, slowly bring the head back to a neutral position. We're going to bring the hands down to the mat and just walk them over to the left, taking an easy seated twist. I don't want you to be forceful with this, nice and easy. Just waking up through the spine, looking to the left, maybe keeping the eyes closed as we now walk our hands to the right. Very easy twist. We just want to wake the spine up. Not trying to look as far as we can, just a very gentle seated twist. Very good, bring it back to center. Bring the hands to the knees, and we're going to slowly take a seated cat, pushing the back out, separating through the shoulder blades. Again, waking up the spine and the back, all of the muscles that surround the lungs and the rib cage that make it easier or harder for us to breathe. Good, let's press the heart forward, pull the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a big deep breath and then take it back into that cat. Rounding the spine, separating the shoulder blades, tucking the hips, pulling the belly in. One more time, take it to that cow, press the heart forward. Very good. We're going to reach the right arm over at an angle in front of the left knee. And what I want you to feel is a twist. My chest is going right over that left knee, and I'm going to open the arm up. We're going to focus today a little bit on that thoracic spine, the space in between the shoulder blades. Gets really tight. Reaching that right arm at a diagonal in front of the left knee, finding a little twist in between the vertebrae, right in between the shoulder blades. Then we're going to reach the arm up. And as we reach it up, I want you to open it this time, feeling a stretch go down the right arm through the bicep into the shoulder, maybe opening up the chest. Good, let's do that one more time. Reach it forward at a diagonal. Maybe you can find more space this time. Really reach, and then lift it up and pull it back. Very good. We're going to go to the other side. We'll take that left hand. It's going to come at a diagonal in front of the right knee, finding a little bit of a twist in the spine, right in between the shoulder blades, and then we'll reach that left arm up and then pull it open. Be gentle, feeling a stretch through that left bicep, through the front of the left shoulder, and through the chest. Good. Bring it down in front of the knee. Find a little bit of rotation in the mid-back, and then open it up. Pull it back. Good. One more time. Reach. And lift it up high. Pull it back. Very good. Let's take the legs out wide into a straddle. Nice and easy. Take your time getting into that position. Bring your yoga block or your pillow out in front, and we're just gonna rest the forearms on that block. The toes are pointing up. We're gonna stretch out through the hamstrings, the adductors, and the hips, giving that spine a little bit of a break. Maybe close the eyes and just relax. Static stretching. We just stay still and let the pull of the stretch help relax the muscles. Maybe you could bend the elbows and bring the thumbs right inside the eyebrows, right in between that space, and just let the head rest onto the thumbs. This applies a little bit of pressure and can help relax the face. Find your breath, and let's really start to focus on the inside. Things that we can focus on. The depth of our breath. Naturally, is it deep? Is it shallow? What are the feelings of that breath as it enters and exits? Is it coming in through the nose or the mouth? How does it feel as your lungs expand and your rib cage expands? Is there any heat or coolness that comes from the breath? Are you feeling any tension, any restriction, or any pain with your breath? If you're feeling any kind of pain as you breathe, just focus on that as you inhale and exhale slowly. Very good. Let's come up off of that block. We're going to stretch out the low back a little bit as we lean to the right. If you can, bring the right forearm down to the ground in front of the right leg and just lean over to the right. The further you lean, the more of that low back stretch you're going to find. Very good. Just stay leaned over. A little bit of a low back into the side body. You might feel it come all the way up. Really paying attention to your body as you stretch. Very good. Let's take it up. We're going to go over to the left, bringing that left forearm down, right inside of that left knee, and leaning until you find a stretch in the right low back, maybe up through the right side body. Now that right arm can rest anywhere that's comfortable for you on the mat. You can reach it up and over to really enhance that side body stretch. You know, if this is really tight for you and you need to spend a little more time here, that's totally fine. Find your stretch that you need and hold. Very good. Let's slowly start to sit up and let's bring those legs in together. We're going to slightly bend the knees and bring our chest to our thighs. I want you to bring the forearms underneath the legs, wrapping around and grab on to opposite elbows. Really arch through the back and push your back out, separating the shoulder blades. Give yourself a big hug and then push the back out. Very good. Let's slowly make our way down. I want you to grab your yoga block or your pillow, whatever you're using today. And we're going to start with that block. I want you to place it right in between the shoulder blades. So you might have to adjust a couple of times. And a good way of telling if it's in the right place is right below the shoulder blade. And then slowly let the head come to the mat. Maybe the head touches, maybe it doesn't. If it feels comfortable for you, you can bring the fingertips behind the head and let the head rest in the hands. As we slowly start to open the chest, leaning back. This might not be the most comfortable position that you've ever been in. We won't be here long. We're just finding some space for the vertebrae in between the shoulder blades. And hopefully relieving some tension. Now bring the chin to the chest and release it slow down towards the mat one more time. Good. Slowly lift it up. We're going to readjust that yoga block, pushing it back a little bit further. So now instead of being at the bottom of the shoulder blades, it might be right underneath the cusp. And again, if it's comfortable for you, draw the hands behind the back, let the head rest in the hands. Let the elbows come open wide and let the back just slowly come down towards the mat, resting on the block. Keep the chest open, finding a stretch all the way across the body. You might feel something in the low back. You might feel a little pressure where that yoga block is. Maybe not if you're using a pillow. Just breathe. Very good. Slowly roll it up, bring the chin to the chest, and let's take it back down. Now let the legs be comfortable. Let the feet fall out if that works for you. Maybe you could bend the knees, bring the feet to the floor if that feels even more comfortable for you. Maybe you try it out to see what is best. And then when you can focus on the breath, I just want you to pay attention to how easy or difficult it is for you to breathe in this position. Again, if anything causes you pain, go ahead and move out of that position. Let's slowly roll up together. We're going to adjust that block one more time, pushing it a little bit further up towards the mat. And then slowly round down. And you should feel that block right at the top of your shoulder blades. Again, bring the fingertips behind the head, resting all the way back onto the block or the pillow. If you're using a yoga block, you're going to feel a little bit of pressure, which is okay. As we apply pressure to muscles and joints, sometimes it's just what it needs to get that tension that's been hiding to help us to relax. And again, just focus on your breath. Is it easy for you to breathe here? Do you feel like you're in a position that doesn't allow the ribs to move, or there's no right or wrong answer? It's just paying attention to what you're feeling. Very good. Slowly draw the chin to the chest, rounding up, and then slowly lower back one more time. Focusing on that mid back today. Getting comfortable in our breath in sometimes uncomfortable positions, and finding a way to relax no matter what we're feeling physically. Slowing down your breath, focusing on the inside and not the outside. Very good. Slowly roll it up all the way. And let's move that block. You can use the block as a pillow for your head or neck, or you can just move it completely out of the way. Oh, that's nice. Right underneath the base of the skull. Let's let the legs come long and let the feet fall out to the side. I want you to leave your hands onto your belly today. The last few minutes of class, we're going to watch our breath flow naturally, paying attention to how the body reacts to that breath. We're going to feel our hands either rise or fall as we inhale and exhale. And again, we can focus on the depth of our breath, on how the breath moves through the body, and on the sensations that come with that breath. Maybe there's a cool feeling as the breath moves in through the nose. Maybe there's warmth as you exhale. Just a minute to pay attention to what's happening naturally in our bodies. Observing instead of controlling. And relaxing. Let's let the face totally soften. If you're holding your jaw tight, let it go. If you can feel yourself squeezing tension between the eyebrows, let it go. Let the shoulders relax. The back is relaxed. The hips and the low back are soft. Letting the arms and the legs be heavy onto your mat. Holding no tension in the fingers, the toes. Just let everything go. Let the ground support you 100%. You don't have to hold any weight. Only focusing on the breath and releasing every bit of tension into that mat today. Let it go. Let's take a big, deep inhale together. And slowly, softly sigh it out. Again, big, deep inhale. And slowly sigh it out. One more time. Nice, big, slow, deep inhale. And exhale. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And if you have a prop underneath your head, let's just move it out of the way. Reach the arms up overhead and reach opposite directions with the fingers and the toes. Big stretch. And then let's roll it on over to your favorite side. Use that bottom arm as a pillow. Let the top arm rest onto the side or rest it onto the mat. And then when you're ready, slowly blink the eyes open and help yourself up to a seat. Thank you so much for joining me today for Stretch and Breathe.